Hey you guys, my name is Sydney. I'm jumping on this live because my baby is napping, my daughter is watching a show, and so I had a few moments. But I wanted to talk about if MRR is dead or not. I don't even know. I'm kind of actually just figuring that out right now. I bought the courses back in September of 2023. And the course that I bought, if you want to know like the history of Digital Wealth Academy, DWA, it started as Learn and Earn Profits, but then that lady kind of closed off her brand to other people. And so because I bought from a certain creator, she moved everything over to Roadmap, and then Roadmap closed off their licensing to everybody. So then Rachel, the creator, had to remake everything and keep the brand for Digital Wealth Academy. And now it's all seamless. It's all beautiful. It's all amazing. But I was hesitant to sell it because I was like, who am I going to sell this to? Like, who wants to go through this many product changes? And I had already sold the course several times, so I just wasn't sure if I should be selling it. So I kind of backed off on selling. But to answer the question, is MRR dead? I think that a lot of people have bought it now. I think that a lot of people don't realize what it takes to be a business owner, and not everybody wants to sell the course. And if you know, like the percentage of creators on Instagram alone, it's like only 0.4% of these people on this app actually create. The rest of everybody else are consumers. And so that's a really small amount. And then I think out of like all of social media, only 2% of the population that consume the media actually create the media. So that is just some interesting stats to realize, like, is it saturated? No. Mr. Beast is the top earner out of all social media platforms at like 82 million a year. And of course he has a whole team behind him, but I'm just saying, like, Mr. Beast is like the niche, the type that is the top earner. So there's so much room for more people to join in. And yeah, with MRR, I wouldn't say that it's dead, because it's kind of a niche thing. Like, if you're not interested in it, then you're not interested in it. You'll believe that it's a scam. You'll believe that it's like not actually what it, I don't know. People are just so horrible at branding it, honestly. And being a business owner that requires like face-to-face interaction, I'm really good at building trust in person, but it's different to build trust on a screen like this. It's a little bit tougher. So anyway, as someone who is true, I don't know. Or maybe you're asking about, someone's asking if this is true, maybe if it's a scam or not. Definitely not, only because I have bought the courses and I know, like, I didn't know how to create an email list. I didn't know how to create a sales funnel. I didn't know how to like even create a sales page where I could accept currency from all over the world. So that taught me how to do that. And for some people that just comes naturally, maybe, or you, were a creator in the online space. I am a creator, again, I'm a service in the wedding industry. So I was always using platforms like PayPal or Honeybook, if you know what that is. You have to do your interactions face to face. Like, you're not really, or on the phone or through email. But with social media, it's like people don't really want you involved in their lives. They just want to know what product you offer, what skill you offer. Kind of like the platform Skillshare and stuff. Like, you're seeing what the product is, and then you need a checkout page. And I just didn't understand how to do that for some reason. I didn't understand how to gather an email list like that. I've gathered hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails from the wedding industry over the last 9 years, but I didn't even know what to do with that. And I still, honestly, I wouldn't do that with my former clients. I wouldn't sell some product to them, because once they're married, they're married. They don't need any of the services that I offer after that. But yeah, so with MRR, like, I wouldn't say that it's dead, but I would say there's a huge field of opportunity for people who want to sell to people who don't know what to do with it. So this is a chance for other business owners who have skill, who have knowledge, who have understanding of how to nurture a business and nurture a client Whereas I feel like a lot of MRR dealers, they don't understand that, first of all, somebody has to see something like 7 times. Like psychologically, it's been, there's studies that show someone has to see something like 7 times before they would consider buying. And it's like, yeah, I can think about that with anything, like goldfish. How many times have we seen goldfish as parents, as moms, and you're like, oh yeah, goldfish is like a snack that people buy. Like, you know it because it's a very popular brand, or Chick-fil-A or something. Like, we see that so many times in our lives, subliminally or subconsciously. But with master resale rights, it's like, I feel like it's just now to the point where it's like pretty saturated to where people are like, oh, is that course thing that some people do? Isn't that a scam or whatever? It just depends on where you come at it, from what angle. So people don't actually know. And I do think there's room to like educate people in the space in branding it. But there are now thousands and thousands of people who have bought the courses, who they have the product, but they don't have the understanding of how to nurture a client. And I think that's where an opportunity is for a lot of business owners who you understand that, you know how to nurture a client. And so for me, nurturing is very much just like hands off, because again, I'm used to dealing with people in the real world. But with social media, nurturing looks different. Nurturing looks like, hey, I'm going to give you some information, and then I'm going to sit back. And then you just, I mean, everybody says it. You got to provide value, which I hate when people say that, because I'm just like, what does provide value even mean? Like, everyone's like, oh, I just make millions because I provide value, or I offer value. I kind of don't like that phrase, but I get what they're saying. Basically, don't waste people's time. And then what you're saying should be able to be applied in that person's life, whether they've purchased anything from you or not. That's why, like, Dave Ramsey, his radio show does so well, because he provides so much value to people who are in debt, who need a way out. So he provides inspiration with all of their stories, the debt-free screams or whatever, if you know, cooking channels and recipes and things. It's like, you never have to buy anything from like Giada, the Italian chef lady, or what's another one? Like Ina. You never have to buy anything from these chefs. You just get to consume their content and be like, wow, I want to try that. That looks so good. That looks beautiful, whatever. Or you see the way that their home is furnished or something. You're providing value. Like, I mean, I know some people are even interested in that macrame piece back there. It's just, you're providing value to people, and they have questions, you answer them, whatever. You show up with, like importance. You show up with confidence. You don't just sit back and expect people to come to you. You say, hey, I have something to share. Does anybody want a piece of this? If you don't, fine, move on. If you do, here I am. And then from that's where you provide like your free product, your lead magnet, as people call it. And people keep saying like, people don't want your stupid lead magnet. I disagree. There's some lead magnets that still, I'm like, oh yeah, I want that. Like, I want to know this certain person's morning routine because I think she's really great. So she has a PDF on her morning routine and like the notes that she takes. And I literally took notes the same way in my quiet time journal over here that's on my bedside table this morning, because one thing that she said was people don't reflect enough on the wins from the day before, or reflect enough on how they feel. And so she's like, she writes down her wins from the day before and then how she feels in the current moment, because sometimes we just like keep emotions inside all day long and we never actually like voice them. I know if you're someone like me, if you stuff things down, you don't even know why you feel what you feel, and then it ends up blowing up later or something. So something that helps me is being like, you know what, this morning, like we're pregnant, expecting our 3rd baby. I'm like, I feel really good. I feel really healthy. And just like writing that down. It's just, maybe it's dumb, but it's like celebrating a win. It's acknowledging where you're at. And other mornings I can look back. I looked back on a journal entry from like 2 months ago, and I felt differently. I was in a different place. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that day was kind of lame, but here I am, I made it. So anyway, that was a free product, like a free PDF that I had downloaded, and I use it. It provided value to me. Like, see how vague that is? It just depends on who needs what from who. And so like if you're a gluten-free person and they have like a Trader Joe's gluten-free PDF that you can download with all of the different products that you want to buy, like that's very niche, and that helps somebody out there who has celiac disease. Like you you got to think who you want to serve. And for me, for the longest time, I am a Christian. I love the Lord. I share that stuff, but there's also a side to me that's very like business savvy. I love teaching it. I love sharing it. I've ended up coaching friends for years now. And then I was like, okay, how can I offer this value in the online space? And that's why I started the podcast, She Considers a Field, because it's a line in Proverbs 31, if you've heard it. She considers a field and buys it and makes sure that her earnings are profitable. Like God is partnering with her and showing her like savvy business deals. I'm interested in stuff like that. So why not share that with other people? I've had extreme success in business as a service provider. Would I love to have extreme success in the digital space? Yes, that's why I'm bringing people along with me on this journey. Because in the first 17 days I hit $3,000 and I didn't even know what I was doing. Like I was learning the course along with everybody else, and I was able to implement and see success. Now that we're a year later, and like I said, I took a break from selling because Digital Wealth Academy had to go through like this whole remodel. Now I'm back, and I would say I'm learning again. Like I'm in a place where I'm like, oh, okay, like in this community, there's 50,000 people. So a lot of people have this course. A lot of people have UBC. A lot of people have the roadmap. A lot of people have, what's another one? Kingdom Coaching. There's a few others. Anyway, there's enough people out there with Master Resale Rights courses that still are struggling. And I'm starting to wonder, like, okay, is that my people? Like, is that who I'm going for? And this is alive, so I'm just telling you, like, that's what I'm processing right now. Like, do I want to continue to sell the course, or do I want to sell a course that I have created myself? Because I'm a videographer. I have all the equipment. I have so much at my disposal, thankfully. But even if you don't, there are people making, there's this girl that I follow. She made like $4,000 over this past weekend just from selling a course that she made on her phone and put on Canva. So, like, really, like, and this other teacher girl that just quit her job 3 weeks ago, she has made over $100,000, over $140,000 now, and she created a course from her phone, put it on Canva, has sold the thing several times now, and yeah, she was able to retire from teaching. Like, she's gonna just do digital marketing full time. So there's so much potential, obviously. Would I like to retire myself from weddings? Not particularly. I do actually enjoy my job. I'm so thankful that the Lord gave me a skill set that I enjoy, but I also feel like it's time to give back to people. Like, I want to share what I'm learning in real time, because there's people I know that are watching me that they haven't jumped in yet and they're not sure, and I get that. I literally like I like stalked, I like creeped Rachel, the girl that I bought from, for several weeks, where I was like, girl, are you for real? Like, I just don't know. And I'm so glad that I decided to jump in with her, but it takes watching somebody in real time to kind of like get yourself in that place where you're like, man, am I gonna really jump in with this? And I don't have a single regret. Now I know things that I can't unknow, and I'll never look at the world the same way again. I've implemented these things in a missions organization that I work with, where we want to, like, the goal is to build an email list at the end of the day. I'll tell you, that's my goal. Some people's goal is to make a bunch of money, like, without, who cares about emails? But building an email list of people who are interested in this niche is a huge deal to me. That's why I offer a lead magnet still. That's why I believe in lead magnets so strongly, because any of these platforms, you're at the mercy of the algorithm. But with the email list, you have people who have already opted in, who have already said, oh, I'm curious about that, I want to know more. And with your lead magnet, like mine, I'll just tell you my lead magnet, you can go check it out. You can creep it if you want. My lead magnet, I have the first few pages are basically my other platforms. Like, hey, here's all this stuff about me. If you want to binge about me, feel free. That way I don't have to like personally speak to them too much. If anything, by the time they've read through the lead magnet or watched some of my YouTube content and they DM me and they're interested, I'm sure I know a girl, she instantly was asking me like, what kind of mics do you use for your podcasting? Like, that's what I want to do too. So it's like she already knew enough about me and she already had direct questions. It wasn't just broad ideas. So I think the goal is to like funnel people down to your lead magnet and then offer all the value. Like in my lead magnet, it straight up teaches you how to start a digital product business. And it's very like thorough, well explained. You could start a digital marketing business from the lead magnet that I offer. And it's like, well, why would you sell a course in? Because the course is a total different thing. It is a complete deep dive into branding, into, building the whole sales funnel. Building a sales funnel is very involved. Especially if you use like system.io, which is what I love that platform. It's where you can like have a video at the top of the page, just like talking to people. You have all the information about the course. You have all your frequently asked questions. You can have a bio about yourself. So you're really like nurturing that person. And that's what I love about like a landing page and stuff. But you got to build that and you got to know how to do it. And it's not easy. And the course teaches you that. So that's where the course, just the value is ridiculous. And it was only $497, whereas I had been following gurus for years that their minimum base price was like $2,500 to $5,000. And I would always be so disappointed when I got to the bottom of their landing page, because I'd be like, gosh, $1,000 in 3 payments? Like, oh my goodness, that is just like, no. Like, I'm a beginner. I'm not going to drop $3,000 on something that I don't even know what it is. That's why master resale rights was so just like a mind-blowing thing to me, because finally I had a product that was going to teach me everything I needed to know, and it was going to be the product that I could practice with. And I got to prove the concept to myself. And I can never look back. I can never go back to thinking a different way. So that's where I don't think MRR is dead. This person says, hi, I'm from India. Hi. I love India. I worked for some Indian people several years ago and fell in love with the culture, love the food. I wanted to be a missionary over there, but COVID like closed the country down for quite some time. And our friend who's a missionary actually got stuck over there. But anyway, thank you guys for jumping on this live, by the way. You want to work in our country? Yeah, well, you kind of can if you work online in the digital space. The world is your oyster. You can sell to anybody. The course that I offer has 5 different languages, which is just amazing to me. I'm sure someday it'll have like 20 different languages, which I know India has like so many different dialects, which is so intense. But anyway, beautiful country. America it's all right. She's hanging on, you know. Anyways, it's an election year, so it's an interesting, funky year for this nation. But anyways, just to answer my initial question with this live, I do not think MRR is dead. I think there's only more growth. And what I love about Digital Wealth Academy is Rachel, the creator, just confirmed that MRR is never going away with DWA. And I'm so glad, because Roadmap, if you know, is changing over to affiliate. But with DWA, anybody that you sell to, you can be confident that they will always have the master resale rights for that course. And so I'm just really, really pleased with that. I think it's a good move for her, because master resale rights changed her life. Master resale rights are changing so many other people's lives. So then making something an affiliate, I just felt like was kind of out of touch. And you know, it's fine. But yeah, I'm just glad that I chose to buy that course. And then Kingdom Coaching that I also offer, which is for Christian entrepreneurs, it also comes with master resale rights, and they're not going away. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that the courses that I offer, they will continue to have MRR. I don't think it's dead. I'm still working on branding and figuring out this space, who I'm called to, who's my target audience. I don't even know, y'all. I don't know who's drawn to me. I think I speak to many different types of people, which is tough, because when you talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody. That's what people say. But I mean, I know that my niche is not just like basic white people, basic Mexican, like, because I'm white and Mexican, so I'm like, it doesn't matter about ethnicity, it doesn't matter about gender. It's very much just like whose words are hitting the heart through this screen, who's like, what are my words saying, how are they speaking to that person? And that's what you can think about too for your audience, is how you carry yourself. Like, there's some people on here that I love their content, but I just never would have purchased from them ever, ever, ever in a million years, because I don't love their tone or something. I don't like the colors that they use. So it just comes down to the most basic things with the online space. Whereas in person, people buy you like a car salesman and stuff. You're kind of like put with the person that the company chooses to put you with, and then their job is to really sell themselves to you. But with this, people can just flip through. It's one scroll away. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that answered a few things, or at least updated you guys on where I'm at with MRR. And if you're interested in anything, you can ask me any questions in the DMs, and I will get back with you. Yeah, have a good day.